Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki is one of the most influential financial education books of all time. It contrasts two mindsets. Poor Dad, conventional, go to school, get a job, work for money. Rich Dad, learn how money works, build assets, and make money work for you. It explains how wealthy people think differently, why financial literacy matters more than formal learning, and how breaking free from the rat race requires a new mindset. It challenges traditional beliefs about careers, education, risk, and wealth creation.
You know, every time I revisit Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I'm reminded of how deeply our upbringing shapes our financial destiny. It's almost scary how two kids can grow up with completely different mindsets about money just because of the philosophies they learn at home. And that's exactly what Kiyosaki shows us. His biological father, the poor dad, who believed in traditional education, job security, and climbing the ladder, versus his rich dad, who believed in building assets, taking calculated risks, and understanding the mechanics of money in a way schools never teach. What hits me hardest is this idea. The poor and middle class work for money. The rich make money work for them. It's not just a quote, it's a reality check. Most people spend their whole lives trading time for money, not realizing time is the one thing you cannot scale. But assets? Assets can scale infinitely. They can grow, multiply, and pay you while you sleep. When I first read this book, I realized how easy it is to fall into the trap of thinking a high salary equals wealth. It doesn't. Wealth is measured in freedom, how long you can maintain your lifestyle if you stopped working today. That shift alone can change someone's entire life. And the book shows that financial freedom is not just for the lucky, it's for the prepared, the educated, the ones who decide to learn what truly matters.
Absolutely. What stands out for me is how the book breaks down the illusion of job security. People think having a stable job means they're safe. But if all your income comes from one source, your job, you're actually at the highest level of risk. Rich Dad teaches that real security comes from diversifying income streams, real estate, businesses, investments, intellectual property, things that continue to generate cash flow regardless of whether you're physically present. I also appreciate how the book isn't just motivational fluff. It gives concrete ideas. Learn accounting basics, study markets, understand taxes, develop entrepreneurial thinking, build and buy assets instead of liabilities. This isn't the kind of education you get in school. In school, you're taught to avoid mistakes. In the real world, mistakes are how you grow. Rich Dad teaches that failure is simply data and feedback, not a reason to quit. Another powerful message is the difference between assets and liabilities. Most people think their house is an asset, but if it takes money out of your pocket every month, Rich Dad calls it what it truly is, a liability. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out. Once you understand that, you start seeing the world differently. You question your purchases. You question society's definition of success. You question why so many people who seem rich are actually one paycheck away from disaster.
Yes, and Kiyosaki's storytelling makes complex ideas simple. The chapter about the rat race is a perfect example. People wake up, go to work, pay bills, buy things, take on debt, and repeat. They upgrade their lifestyle every time they earn more, which traps them even deeper. Rich Dad teaches the opposite. Use increased income to buy assets, not upgrades. One moment that always sticks with me is when Rich Dad tells young Robert and Mike to work for free. It sounds harsh, but the lesson was priceless. If you're only motivated by money, you'll remain dependent on it forever. But when you stop focusing on the paycheck, your brain opens up. You start to see opportunities, inefficiencies, business ideas, and ways to create value.
And let's not forget the emotional intelligence part. Rich Dad talks about the two emotions that control most people's financial lives: fear and greed. Fear of losing money keeps people from investing. Greed pushes people into debt because they want things they can't afford. The rich learn to control these emotions. They don't let fear stop them or greed blind them.
Exactly. And that ties into one of the book's strongest messages. Financial literacy is more important than financial resources. You can give someone $1 million, and without financial literacy, they'll lose it. But give someone the right knowledge, and they can turn nothing into something significant. Rich Dad insists on mastering 4 key skills: financial literacy, understanding numbers, investment, making money grow, market understanding, seeing opportunities others miss, and law and taxes, using the system intelligently. Most people avoid these topics because they sound complicated, but Kiyosaki breaks them down beautifully. He shows how the rich use corporations for tax advantages while the poor work harder and pay more. It's not about cheating, it's about understanding the rules of the game. But perhaps the most inspiring part is the mindset of constant learning. Rich Dad encourages reading, attending seminars, surrounding yourself with smarter people, seeking mentors, and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations that lead to growth. A job gives you a salary, but education, real financial education, gives you freedom.
And freedom is really the central theme. It's not about being rich for the sake of luxury. It's about having choices. The freedom to spend time with family, the freedom to pursue your passions, the freedom to help others. Rich Dad, Poor Dad isn't a book about getting rich quickly. It's a book about building a foundation for a life where you're in control. What I also admire is how practical the book becomes as you digest it. You start to see assets everywhere: content creation, rental properties, digital products, YouTube channels, online businesses, investments, skills that compound over time. And suddenly, you realize you're surrounded by opportunities you never noticed before. Another powerful point is the lesson on selling and communication. Rich Dad says that making money is a skill, but communicating value is equally important. Whether you're selling a product, presenting an idea, or negotiating a deal, your ability to communicate shapes your financial outcome.
Right, and that's why this book remains relevant decades later. The world has changed. Technology, markets, opportunities, but the core principles haven't. Think like an owner, not an employee. Build assets, don't accumulate liabilities. Seek education beyond school. Take calculated risks. Let money work for you. Don't fear mistakes. Invest in yourself first. Rich Dad, Poor Dad gives you a blueprint for a mindset shift that lasts forever. And for anyone watching or listening right now, the most important takeaway is this: your financial life is your responsibility. No one is coming to save you. The system is not designed to make you rich, but your mindset can give you an advantage that changes everything. If you're inspired by these ideas, if you want to break out of the rat race, or if you want to transform how you think about money, continue learning, reading, and applying. And if this helped you even a little, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share so more people can discover financial knowledge that schools don't teach.
Before we wrap up, always remember, wealth starts in the mind. The moment you decide to think differently, act differently, and learn what others refuse to learn, your life starts to transform. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is not just a book. It's an invitation to a new way of living. So keep studying, keep growing, and keep pushing toward the financial freedom you deserve. And of course, if you want more book breakdowns, deep conversations, and powerful lessons like this, make sure you follow our channel. Your support helps us bring even more high-quality content your way. Let's grow together.